I really don't like speculating. I think it's a little irresponsible because nobody knows how the economy is going to perform and what the Bank of Canada is going to do. Speculation is just that, a speculation. However, in the last 2 weeks, we have seen quite a few different articles and quite a few different reports come out. And at this point, I think it would be irresponsible and it would do a disservice to the viewers of this YouTube channel not to talk about the new reports and what's been going on. Let's get the most obvious things out of the way. I think everybody at this point is expecting the interest rates to come down. The only sort of point of debate is how soon or how quickly the interest rates will be reduced. And I think with the latest reports, especially on the inflation for August, which came in below the expectation, also the federal government of the United States reducing their lending rate by 0.5% or 50 basis points, as well as Canadian economy slowdown. The GDP is coming in below what was projected. And on top of that, the unemployment rate is a little bit higher than what they were expecting. There are a lot of different reports with this perfect storm brewing that the Bank of Canada is expected to maybe drop the interest rates by 0.5% at the next meeting on October 23rd. As I said at the beginning of this video, nobody really knows what will happen. I think at this point, even Bank of Canada doesn't know. They will discuss it and they will come up with what they're gonna do moving forward. But it seems more likely than not, in fact, 52.3% of experts surveyed agreed that it's more likely that the Bank of Canada will reduce their interest rate by 0.5% and not 0.25%. So in other words, 50 basis points as opposed to 25 basis points. If that in fact happens, in October, we will see overnight landing rate as low as 3.75%. You will have a 3 in front of it, and that's a pretty significant reduction. We're going to talk about more than 1% reduction since June. But let's say that doesn't happen. Let's say this article from the Globe and Mail is just trying to grab a headline. What's then? Well, we'll see a 0.25% interest rate reduction. I think that's given. I don't think there's an expert that believes that that won't happen. I think the expectation is that at least 2 more interest rate cuts will happen this year. So that's probably going to be one of them, and maybe another one later on. Either way, the interest rates will come down and they will be at least 1% lower than what they were just 3-4 months ago. Which brings the other logical question, how low the interest rates can fall and how quickly they can fall. Previously to all these reports about unemployment and GDP, the expectation was that we're probably going to see a much slower and more gradual reduction in interest rates. But now it seems like the experts are sort of on the same page that we're going to see interest rates as low as 2.75% by mid-2025. 2.75% lending rate apparently is the neutral rate, and the Bank of Canada now tries to get to that point as quickly as possible. The projection was 2026 previously, now it looks like it will be mid-2025. But let's say it's not mid-2025, let's say it's end of 2025. Does that really make a huge difference? What's the difference if it's 3 months earlier, 3 months later, 6 months earlier, 6 months later? Of course, on an individual basis, that can make quite a big difference. But in general, still the trend is that the interest rates are coming down. And all I'm saying is that if you are looking to buy some real estate in the future, just prepare yourself. What's the point of watching these YouTube videos? It's to be in the know, to know what's going on in the market. The last thing I want to talk about is the prices and this sort of mortgage cliff. Over the last couple of years, there was this real fear that whenever people will have to renew their mortgages, there will be this sort of mass sell-off. People will start going into foreclosures because they won't be able to renew their mortgages at the new higher interest rates, or they won't be able to afford the monthly payments. I think at this point, that fear is pretty much gone because the interest rates have come down almost a whole percent. And by the end of the year, it probably will come down more than a whole percent. So even people renewing early next year will not be renewing at this much higher interest rate. And by mid-2025, it's expected to come down another percent. So yeah, we're not really looking at this mass sell-off anymore. Fears of this huge crash, the bubble bursting, so to speak, because of the interest rates, at least. Seems like it's not the real fear anymore. Seems like that wave has passed. So if you have been on the sidelines because of that, because you're waiting for this mass foreclosure wave to hit, seems like it's not going to hit. Again, do your own research, but at least from the numbers, it seems like it's passed. So it doesn't look like the prices are going to go down much lower. In fact, it seems like the prices are about to start rising. I'm starting to see that the sales are gaining speed, and it will be interesting to see how the market statistics reflect that for September and October moving forward here. So of course, I'll keep you updated on this YouTube channel. And if you want to be updated, please subscribe. Also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you want to be even more informed, I have a monthly newsletter. It's absolutely free. You can unsubscribe at any point. It's not a sales pitch. It just sort of gives you an overview of the market, the interest rates, what's going on, the latest news, etc., etc. And the link to that will be in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, also I forgot to mention, I am a real estate agent, so if you're looking to buy or sell any real estate or you just need advice, feel free to give me a call or shoot me a text message, shoot me an email. I'd be happy to help. Okay, bye.